Well, with Father's Day today, I am reminded of a very small yet critical piece of advice my father gave me a long time ago. When I was very, very young, he was teaching me how to play golf. And every time I hit a bad shot, he would say the same thing. Keep your eye on the ball, son. Keep your eye on the ball. And as I got older and I got better, the flaws of my game weren't really mechanical anymore. They were more mental. And I would get ahead of myself and start thinking 2 or 3 shots ahead or 2 or 3 holes ahead. Or I'd be worried about what my fellow competitors were doing. When I did that, and things went horribly wrong, there was Pop saying the same thing. Keep your eye on the ball, son. Keep your eye on the ball. Same message, different meaning, but still very relevant then and now. And not just for me, I think for a lot of us. Because there's a lot going on in the world right now. And we can get distracted really, really easily. And you know, it's been this way for a really long time. Look back to Old Testament days. Jeremiah. I love how Michael proclaimed that first reading. Jeremiah, poor guy. Terror. Terror on every side. Denounce. He says, all who are my friends are on the watch for any misstep of mine. They're going to get me. They're out to get me. That's what he's saying. And it kind of puts me in mind of, in our society, the modern day Twitter wars and Facebook feuds and news articles on the internet that allow comments which devolve into these arguments just filled with negativity and division. Because, as you know, if you are sharing your views or your feelings in any public forum, you can be assured that there is somebody out there just waiting for you to say the wrong thing so they can get you. Well, the Lord ultimately gives Jeremiah the victory. And the Lord ultimately gives us the victory. But the victory isn't in winning the war of words. It isn't about winning the battle. It isn't about winning the argument or being right. The victory the Lord gives us is in a relationship with the living God in the person of Jesus Christ. That is the ball we need to keep our eye on every hour of every day. So, how are you doing? Are you keeping your eye on the ball these days? In the gospel, first thing Jesus says in today's gospel, fear no one. Fear no one. But Jesus, they're out to get me. Whoever they are this week. And if they don't get me, COVID-19 will get me. And if that don't get me, something else is going to get me. But they're out to get me. I don't want to spoil the end of the movie for you. But I got to tell you, in this thing of ours, here on earth, you listening? Nobody gets out of this alive. Nobody. Someday, somehow, somewhere, some way, someone or something is going to get every last one of us. That's a fact. And Jesus says, do not be afraid of those who can kill the body. This doesn't mean that we can just charge through life with this inflated bravado that I've got God on my side and we can just mow down everybody because we're right. Doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that we should stop being caring to one another and considerate up to and including precautions for COVID. Look at all the masks around us. We're all spread out. So what is Jesus saying? He's saying, keep your eye on the ball. He says, keep your eyes on me. Jesus is the one who loves us and died for us and rose for us. And he's the one who will judge us. Jesus is the one who will determine our eternal mailing address. And he says it in today's gospel. This isn't necessarily nice Jesus, sweet Jesus, kiss me Jesus. This is business Jesus in today's gospel. He says, if you deny me, I'm going to deny you. He's not playing. He means it. Are you keeping your eye on the ball? Now, I got to admit, I don't keep my eye on the ball all the time. In fact, lately, I've had my eye off of it. Sometimes I forget who I am and whose I am and where I am hopefully headed when this is all over. And very recently, I had a wake-up call. As some of you know, about 2 weeks ago, I found out that my brother was in the hospital in the ICU in a medically induced coma. And before he went into that coma, the last thing he said, and I quote, "I don't want to die. I don't want to die." And a week ago, he died. And that got me thinking about when my time is over. When my time comes. And we don't know how long we have. He was only 66. He had a lot of heart problems, runs in our family. I don't know how much time I have. I could drop dead taking a run today. And it got me thinking about when my time comes, I want to run toward the hope of heaven and the prospect of Jesus, seeing Jesus face to face. And I want to do it with joy and not fear. And I realized that if I want to do that, and if I believe what I say I believe, I got to get busy. I got to go to work. I need to acknowledge Jesus in my daily life more and more and deny him and stop worrying about everything. Deny him more, deny him less and less. And just stop worrying so much and being afraid. So today, hear the words of Jesus. Do not be afraid. Be smart, be safe, but don't be afraid. And remember who you are and whose you are, and where you are headed as a daughter or son of the Most High God. Remember where you are headed as a follower of Jesus. And where is that? To the cross. Count on it. But you're also headed for the resurrection and the life. So let's look forward to the day when we see Jesus face to face and we stand before the Father and we hear Jesus say, "It's okay. He's with me. It's all right. She's mine." Until that day comes, let's do everything we can to acknowledge Jesus before others. And let's worry a little less. And let's always, always keep our eye on the ball. Thank you, Pop. Happy Father's Day.